Right then, let's go straight in. Sorry, my voice is a bit knackered. So, straight in with gold for this morning's play. I'm looking at the buy, but it's already left quite aggressively from where I wanted to enter. So, remove all of this. So, we've created the low and we've formed support leading from that. So, 1 minute if we just go to the daily, sorry. So, the daily low is there. And then if we go to the 8, we've got the valley from the daily, so we could say we've got this 8-hour trend that price is laddering away from. Also respected on the 4-hour perfectly, which leaves the 1-hour. So I actually want the buy from in this level here. Just simply the next ladder point in price coming into coming into London Open, 8 a.m. I want to see the next 1-hour candle wick down into there and attack the levels above, maybe being that area there, and potentially all the way up here. This is the ideal target. This is just the valleys, the next valleys in the way of price before it gets to the level, the actual hold at the top and the back side of this valley. Could even go this valley just because it's a lot sooner than, well, slightly sooner than the valley there. So that's a valley that's been broken, same as this valley here. All of these valleys here is what this candle has broke. So we are going to come back up to retest level 1, level 2, level 3, final level. You break that, you're flying. So I actually wanted the buy before this 1 hour, just looking at the 15. So I woke up, looked at the charts, and just saw this level here untested. So if we put a box on, if it lets me, put a box in there, but something we've got to watch for now though is this no wick, so this will get filled at some point, and I believe that it'll be before price leaves the full range, maybe, but look at it, she's off already. I don't think we'll get an entry on this. So we go 8 o'clock open. Let's just see. Wash wick down and fly. Put an alert there. And I've said GJ. I wanted to sell GJ, but I don't think that's going to be an option. So let me remove all of this. Start again from the daily. Just saw the daily resistance, the daily hold, the peak. Prices chewing through that, so potentially we come. This is a daily. Potentially we come and attack this break before falling off again, but we have got the daily trend, so the buys make a lot more sense from a solid support. So I even think this goes further back, or there was a deeper daily trend the other day that we had. But so we've created the trend from this low to this valley here was the moment the trend was created. Tested it once perfectly, twice, 3 times, 4 times, slipped it 5, 6, so it's not breaking. It's it's a solid daily trend, should I say. And then straight away looking at the 8 hour, we've come from, we can count it as a test, just how close it is. So coming from the 8 hour low, the 8 hour valley, you've created another portion of a hold level. Very, very small portion of a hold level. Price just wicked down and continued pushing up. So, same again with the 4. Valley, laddered. Created another valley. Laddered the top side of that. Pushing up. Now you've got your next 4 hour holding price if this closes bullish. And if we go to the 1 hour, what can we say is, get rid of all these. So, this is the daily. So we'll go, not go black, we'll go red for the daily. Right, so if we want to start looking for sells, what do we want to see? Well, number one, wanted to see price not be above this level, just because this is the valley, that's the hold, keeping price away from these levels at the top that you can just see there's imbalances there, and I don't think we'll leave these behind before leaving the range. So what I mean by that is from the lows of down here, so from this low, even though it's not a valley, but it's the low, or we can either go from here just for valley sake. From this valley to that high is the range. No, we'll go here, we will go here. So this is the range that price is playing in, from this white line to that white line there. We're going to develop in here before deciding to move out of the range. So from the daily trend, the buy to break that makes a lot more sense to fill these and then to fail off from the resistances at the top. So you've laddered down from here, tested that, laddered this, tested that, that's tested this level as well. So from the peak to the peak, that is your polarity moment with this break. So I think we can come up here at some point this week and attack the imbalances to the top side. Gold, mate, are you going to do it? So the same again. It's the same sort of setup on gold. You got the valley, price is digging. We've already tested it. Let me check the 30. So I don't think we sell off until we start threatening. Well, I'd go that hold, that break level to that hold, just because this is the level that's been tested here. So you can even connect a trend. So your hold level that's been tested, the hold valley even, the level with the valley that's been tested with another valley and moved up. So I will get rid of some of this shite on my screen. Right, so find a better colour for this. One hour break level. 1H hold level. Red daily trend. Don't need to label that. That's just the valley, backside valley. that we need to get above to go higher. So slip this white trend line. Don't look very clean at all, that, does it? Ugh. So we'll go with the daily and we'll set an alert. I don't like how messy this looks. So add alert on Ray, and we'll add an alert. We'll move this Ray to the top side here, because this is the last moment of this little range here where the valley is that could hold price down. So hard closing and breaking above this. GJ crossing highs to buy, and then the other way around, that's the low. This trend. So once we start getting back onto trend, I'll start waiting for price to develop under it before selling it off, because I don't really like selling from here onto daily trend. I want to start seeing this hourly, the daily start slipping into this hourly, and then if we start trading under the hourly, threatening these lows, then I will probably take a small sell in anticipation to break this low, and then once we start trading under this level here, trading under 156,717, I will look for further sells. So the daily is sort of not setting up, but giving us the bearish signals, such as the peak on a trend, but we could just slip straight above that and attack the break like I said earlier. So ideally I want to be under these lines to be selling GJ. And for the buys, I want to see what setups come from above this white line here, but at the minute I don't really have anything. If anything, I'd be selling it down, showing what price is showing, but I don't like the sells just yet. Just want gold to wick this low and pop up. And also NAS, I'll show you this nice little trend that I found, that if we start slipping it, goodbye NAS. But I don't think we get there just because how yesterday closed, so we just printed another valley at the highs, extreme highs. And you've got your just failed the hold level at the highs. Well, didn't fail it, it failed to reach. Never tested it. So the backside of this valley tested twice. Now I think today's daily just dip down, respect whatever's in there on lower time frames that we'll go to in a minute, to break this, to attack either this break and this no wick and bit of a range here, or just simply this daily, which I think is the 3-day. So let me just mark the 3-day first. Yeah, so this 3-day is what I've been looking at for a long time now, wanting the sells from up here, but with how bullish it's been, don't know if I get the extreme sell that we get like this. Big drops, big drops. Like it's not. It's been just trending, surviving in this range for a while. This 3-day range, coming from the 3-day break level to attack the 3-day hold level. That's the idea of this. So buys all the way up until here. Maybe you get some scalp sells at 2:30 or for news events, but this is the play that we're looking for. So now it's to wick down into this level to attack that level up there being flavor 360 pips. So the 8-hour straight away, you can see the 8-hour hold right there, untested. The 4-hour not so clean compared to this 8-hour hold. Even though it's not a valid, it's still a valid hold, just with how bullish this candle's been and how much of the wick's been swallowed by the big engulfing bullish candle. So go to the 1 hour, nothing still. So maybe this is where this trend comes in. So I found a trend from the level that's been tested, that's holding price up, printed a valley and then another valley. So I was just playing around yesterday with a trend, thinking, wonder what this trend looks like. Straight away, there we go. So we've dove it a few times to ladder these break levels. So I know that once we start slipping and actually hard closing this trend, we've got a clean moving range all the way down, back down to Wednesday's levels last week. So once we start slipping that trend and losing that hold and that break level, it's easy money. So we've got easy money sells, and if we come back down to this 8-hour hold or 15-minute trend and we don't hard close and we start showing levels of support like how we had yesterday, even on the 1 minute. So we'll go to the 5 first. So on the 5 yesterday we had this, back onto 15 trend, never hard closed, pushed up, come back down, never hard closed, never threatened the low or the hard close. Pulled back up, gave us a lovely hold level. I entered here, stopped just below to attack, deleted TP. I were attacking this level 1, as you can see, hit it and had a pullback. So I got into the hourly hold level. I got halfway up, like here, into this resistance, got up to about here, and I thought, yeah, I'm securing some there, I've had a good day. And then left the other bit to run, and then closed full at like 9:30 last night when it was like up here somewhere. In here somewhere, yeah. So that's the idea for NAS to come back down to trend, to form any sort of levels. The 5-minute were a bit cleaner than this, but you can still see how you created your next trend on the 1 minute, and then you printing valleys, lows as support, another low, laddered, another low, laddered, another low, laddered again, so on, so on. And then it's just out of hours now for NAS, so we'll add an alert on here. just mark this up for the group. Right, so try and make this look a little bit. It's very messy. I don't know what's going off here. If it's, I've not been on a laptop for a while and not used to it again, but so what I will be looking for is if we can get further down on here. Stop just below the lows. So that's the buy side, and if we start slipping, this level, let's just say, I do like the buys a lot more than this, so not looking for the sell. So, right, back to it. I don't think we're going to get the entry on gold. Just want to see it come a bit deeper down into here. Jesus, I'm dying. GJ, so oh, I've already set alerts for GJ. GU, sorry. Same, exact same setup as gold. Exactly the same. Look at that. Valley, level to the top side that we need to break to go higher. Valley. You've got, not really got the level, but you've got the same valley. But you still do need to break whatever's in this wick. Yeah. So you still need to break. As you can see, look, it's landed the break. Landed the break again. So we need to break that to go higher. GU and gold. Oof, now then. Little bit impulsive, mate. Do we take the risk of this level? Oof, missed out. Did I miss that? Still don't like the no wick situation though on this, so GU, mate. Might have to buy you. I mean, she's at polarity now, so you got the 3-minute polarity from there to there. Yeah, I think I'm going to take a small position buy. Just respecting the local levels. But I do want to see, I do want to see this 1 hour though. Why would this 1 hour not get touched? We've not entered just yet. Maybe this next 2 minutes, if we get this valley close bullish, come back down, tap that valley, and off we go. Oh, we're just gonna rock it. Can't believe I didn't see that. Trying to keep off the smaller time frames as much, but it does come in really handy, especially at the extremes of levels like I showed you on NAS. Like when you come into the extreme, say this is the extreme. I know it's not, but this is just an example. You see this ladder point at the low of a range, and you see price respect it like that, and that's the risk, because you can have such a small risk, a small TP, sorry, just below the extreme, because if you start threatening the last level in price, and it's not going to buy, it's going to be a sell. So that's worth the risk every day. I'm taking a risk on GU just because of this 5 minute here. Right. Oh, the trade looks a little something like just to attack. In fact, I'm gonna leave. It's only a small position. I'm gonna try and ride it out of this range, but I don't know about the levels to the low. Oh well, it's a risk that I'm taking anyway, just because we're at polarity. But we have peaked at polarity, so let's see. We've got the 5 keeping price up. We've laddered the valley, hit the valley with this hold, creating a little tiny portion of the next level. On the 3, we're starting to break above the downtrend polarity. DJ30 for today. I don't know if I've got a trade on Dow Jones just 'cause it's in this choppy range. So you've got the daily range from here to when it works. We'll go to here because this is the last peak, the newest peak in the range. So if you go to the 8 hour, yeah, I've got the same level as NAS, but NAS does look a lot cleaner. So if we mark this, add an alert, and then you've got the valley to valley trend right there, keeping you away from this break and this hold level here. So I think it's just 8 hour play. So I've got the 4 hour deepest level. So yeah, we have got a trade on DJ to break the range, but we'll leave the alert there. Nice and simple on that one. So is this going to be the 3-minute valley that we want if we maintain on the entry level? And the 5, so we've got the levels there. The one's not looking as clever. But we shall see. So that is the deepest part of the 5-minute now that it's coming into. Just these levels to the lows that I did want to see get hit, but polarity's polarity. You have to take the risks. So what have we got here? Need to start labeling my charts more. Love to know what this trend is. Is it the daily? So we've got the daily trend on oil from this level from this level here to buy to attack this break. This I don't even know when this will have been marked out, but obviously alerts didn't go off. In fact, they might have gone off. My alerts might have gone off the other day. And yeah, I know exactly what it is, and we've missed it. So this was the daily and the 4 hour play from these levels here. I wanted to buy to attack the grey box to the top side at the moment, but now we've got more levels in the way to get through. I think GU has come through entry, so we'll leave it still. We'll leave it running. But if we do start coming back down here, I will buy again. So does that mean gold's gonna hit our level? To wait and see. So what news have we got today? Make sure I'm not right. Week this time, 8th. Wednesday the 8th. So, oof. FOMC at 2:15, followed by 2:30 open. So there's going to be a lot of volatility today in the New York session. We've got 9 a.m. Euro which could impact on gold. So in half an hour, it's only a yellow folder, but still volume to the market. So yeah, FOMC again, speak tonight, and the bond auction. So we've got a nice day lined up for volume, in my opinion. So GU, let's see if she can develop in this range. So this is the range that GU's in, this gold line to this gold line here. So price will develop in here before deciding which way it wants to move. But for now, I think we're looking good. So we've got the valley, price closes bullish, we're in the money, because then this becomes the next ladder point in price. So I just want to be above anywhere above entry is a good place to be. So the 5 is trying to push, which means DXY must be driving down. Yes. Oof, now then DXY. So this was the TA from a few weeks ago, maybe even last week, the week before. So in the moment, it was the low to the high. 1 hour break, hard close to go lower. So this was the hard close, this candle here, and we come straight back down into this 3-day level. Then from that 3-day level, we've built criteria. Not on the hourly, it's not very clean on the hourly there, but if we go to different time frames, it'll the holds and valleys, etc. will be there. So we still had the high of the range valid, so hard close to go higher. This was the candle that hard closed the hourly high. As you can see, this didn't, because you've got a portion of the candle still in the range, so to say, in the line. You want to see the first bullish candle above the topside break. So hard close to go higher, and we went higher to the backside of this hourly valley, just looking at it from the single time frame. So now we can remove all of this and say 3-day level to the bottom. So could see dollar weakness into this level, and then from this level we could drive back out of the range. So this is just a 3-day level on a 3-day level. So the buys from here to push up, which drives Euro USD, GU, all that down. So maybe we can see a short-term spike in the US dollar pairs leading up for the next 2 days, maybe, until this gets hit, if it gets hit. And straight away, all we can see is backside of this with that hold, because all this has already been tested. So we've already tested that backside, and that one, and that one. That's been tested, currently, broke above. So let's mark the daily. Broke it. Currently breaking daily. Can we go here? So the moment that hard closed that was that. The moment that hard closed that was that. And then this is hard closed that. So This is the daily downtrend, keeping price away from 109,366 area. So if we mark this 3-day, so this is a daily play for me. GU, are you going to survive up here? So if this is this plays out today, this analysis that we've just done on the daily could impact us on here. So DXY dives to the 3-day level, which makes the XXX USD pairs, so to say, have a moment to spike to the highs or be bullish short term to find the resistance. So hold level here. DXY respects the 3-day, breaks the trend, like we just said. Respect the 3-day level to attack and potentially break trend to attack the levels above, which will cause the USD correlated pairs such as GU, EU, etc. to fall off into their next levels of support. So the extreme daily from the extreme daily. If that happens, that is some serious cream right there. Either way it happens. Oof. But you've still got levels in the way. That's me just being very extreme from one untested to the next untested, which will, it's not just going to go wick into that and straight down into here. It's going to take time to develop like this. Like all of these candles, like you don't just see one big dirty 700 pip candle in the range in a day. That's a bit mad. That's like FOMC flavour. So GU is surviving. So is there anything I could have done better before entering this hold? Well, could have waited to see how this candle closed before entering and see the next one out, the next 5 minute respect the low like it has done, and then start to build from there and then enter this hold level. It's a possibility, but I've been in trades too many times now where you see these levels and price will just tap it and off it goes, especially at 8 o'clock. So it was an 8 o'clock play that. So the London volume was in the market, but I don't know. With FOMC being later, the markets do tend to be a little bit quiet in the build up to FOMC, and these big pre-planned news events. So it's just really a patience game on days like this. So this GU trade probably be my only trade until after 2:15, and I'll not be trading the news. I don't think this time, just with it being the red folder FOMC and 2:30 being so close to it, like previously on NAS. So I can't remember what day, but I know roughly the area. So let's go back to the lows. So I think FOMC day was around here. I think this will have been FOMC. So price, I'm not going to dive into it because it's just going to mess all this TA up. But price on the like hourly time frame, let's find it. Let's just stop guessing. So here, I'm pretty sure one of these was FOMC. So if we go to like January time, it's CPI. Well, what I'm getting at is, say, this is FOMC. Where are we? Let's find the. This is FOMC, say. You're taking the risk of buying this low. You're buying before FOMC. This is not a real example. This is an example, not a real situation. So it's just the break and the retest. So people impulse the minute before news to get the spike up, but they don't know it could just spike down. So why not wait? Why not wait for the after the news for some candles to close? Exhibit A. So example, wait for the candle to close. You come back to retest it to test a level of support. You're just blindly buying this level, anticipating you're gambling on FOMC. Like, yeah, it is fun if you can afford to lose make a new account, like transfer some funds to another account. It is fun. Like, yeah, we have done it before, but it's not advisable. Like, it's slipped my stop loss many a times, liquidated accounts, blown challenges, phase twos by trading this news event. So I just wait now for the break and the retest. Like, that's all I trade is the break, the retest, and so on. So I think after the news we get this same sort of setup as this. So just wait for the bullish close and price to come back and retest. But now I've said that, probably just gonna one time straight to TP, not even come down here. We'll give it till 9 o'clock for this Euro news today. Make sure I get the right day again. So Euro news at 9 o'clock, is it? 9 a.m. Italian retail sales. How much bread and croissants and that have they sold? So there is 15 minutes left until the news event. So can we dive down momentarily, buy this low to break above? I do like the gold buy. So GU is battling again. Peaked, peak to peak. So now we've got the 5 minute. The top side. So if we start losing, what we got here? What trend? So yeah, I think this is the last moment in price, this 1 minute, before we start attacking levels lower. Which is going to be this 15 down here. But if it holds, I'm happy. If it stops me out, I'm not too fussed. It is what it is. Oh. 9. Ooh, GU, where you going, mate? It is going to stop me out for 9 o'clock, I know it. Just going to poop. Wick down. Stop me out. Potentially pop back up. Let's see you hold. So it's still in this range. It's going to come to the low of the range. It's come to the high of the range. Try to buy the polarity. Didn't play out. But are now creating a deeper 3 minute trend. Doubt it holds. Opened low. Got the peak to the peak. So could the next candle retest this and then fall off into the levels below? I want the buys, but so the sells are looking more likely for GJ now, but still above the daily trend. So maybe is it worth selling into that or not? And Euro news, so let's have a look at EU. Interested to see what happens with EU. You got the hold to the low. Does it respect this or does it just come crashing down through it? So the 6 buys, 6 sells yesterday from the weekly support into the hourly level. So if I'd have bought this, I'd have rode that position for a while just because it's at the extremes at weekly support. The 1 hour level down here is what I was targeting perfectly, just below the line, just below the line, and then we've pushed up from that. So let's see. We'll give it 9 o'clock and then calling it a morning for now. There's nothing too clean set up for me other than the polarity buy, but turning more sell-sided on the lower time frames from wanted to see these levels get hit, so maybe I should have just waited a little bit longer instead of buying the polarity. So GU not looking too good now. On the 1 minute, got the big drop and the hold. We'll hold it though, stop loss or not. So this, we need to break above this level on GU to go higher. But we're failing to do so. We'll just see what 9 o'clock does to it. Possibly just dives into this level. But if it comes back down here, I'll probably buy that again. Got 3 minutes, see what the 3 minute looks like. Still respecting the trend. See if she can hold. 1 minute levels. You see another valley. Another valley, or this 15, just pull above the low of this last candle, and then for continuation higher. So far, not looking too bad, but news could just wick down. Even though it is euro, it'll still have some sort of impact on GU. All currency pairs, I think it has an impact on. The volume is there for it. So you just tested the backside, valley, and portion of the hold. On here, backside valley. Nice bullish close for this 5. Not really a lot. A lot happened for the euro. Retail sales, yeah. Not really a lot happened for that, is it? Not as good as anticipated. The numbers aren't out just yet. Maybe that's what it is. So this is the next 1 hour candle. I do think we'll come down here, but I'm just going to set and forget about this one. I've got the 5.15 hold, the 5 peak to peak again. Well, we'll leave it there. Be back for 2:30.